Have you ever wondered why some people seem to attract wealth effortlessly, while others work 60, 70 hours a week and still struggle to make ends meet? You are smart. You are hardworking. You have the skills. But for some reason, your bank account doesn't reflect your effort. Here is the uncomfortable truth that most financial gurus rarely tell you. Your financial struggle isn't just a result of the economy, the job market, or bad luck. It is often a result of your psychology. Psychologists call these money scripts. They are subconscious beliefs formed in childhood that run in the background of your mind like a corrupted operating system. If you believe money is scarce, you will unconsciously push it away. If you believe wealth is evil, you will sabotage your own success just to stay quote-unquote good. In this video, we are going to expose the 5 toxic money beliefs that are keeping you poor. And more importantly, I am going to show you the psychological framework to rewire them today. If you feel stuck financially, the 4th point I'm going to share is likely the breakthrough you have been waiting for. Welcome back. Today we are digging deep into behavioral finance. See, most people think wealth is about math. They think it's just income minus expenses equals savings. But if it were that simple, everyone with a calculator would be rich. Wealth is 20% math and 80% behavior. Most of us learned about money from people who didn't have any. We absorbed their fears, their limitations, and their biases. Today, we are going to unlearn them. Let's dive into belief number 1, the moral conflict. This is the most common and dangerous script in American culture. It sounds like this: money is the root of all evil. Or, rich people are greedy. Or, you have to step on people to get to the top. If your subconscious mind links money with being a bad person, you will never let yourself become wealthy. Why? Because your survival instinct wants you to be a good member of the tribe. You will subconsciously sabotage business deals, overspend, or ignore investments just to remain morally pure. You might not even realize you are doing it. You might turn down a promotion because you don't want to be like the boss you hate. You might avoid the stock market because you think it's rigged or unethical. Here is the rewire you need to adopt. Money is not evil. Money is neutral. It is simply an amplifier. If you are a generous person, money makes you more generous. It allows you to donate to charities, help your family, and support causes you believe in. If you are a jerk, money just makes you a bigger jerk. Stop viewing money as a weapon. Start viewing it as a tool for impact. You cannot help the poor if you are one of them. The more resources you have, the more good you can do in the world. Let's move to belief number 2, the scarcity trap. This is the belief that there isn't enough to go around. It's the idea that the economy is a fixed pie. If my neighbor gets a slice, that means there is less for me. This belief is incredibly damaging because it puts you on the defensive. The scarcity trap makes you hoard. It makes you afraid to invest in yourself because you're terrified of losing money. You pinch pennies to save $5 on coffee, but you ignore the $50,000 opportunity to learn a new high-income skill because you tell yourself it costs too much. This is the difference between a cost mindset and an investment mindset. Poor people ask, "How much does this cost?" Wealthy people ask, "How much will this make me?" Here is the rewire. The economy is not a fixed pie. Value is created, not divided. When you solve a problem, you create wealth that didn't exist before. When you start a business, or create content, or offer a service, you are expanding the pie. Shift your focus from protecting what you have to creating what you want. Don't worry about the price of the seed. Worry about the value of the harvest. Now, belief number 3 is one that keeps 90% of the population stuck in the middle class. It is the labor trap. The belief is simply, time equals money. Or, I must work hard to get money. We are taught from a young age that the only way to make money is to trade our hours for dollars. Go to school, get a job, work 40 hours a week, and retire at 65. But there is a massive problem with this equation. You have a ceiling. You only have 24 hours in a day. Even if you are a highly paid doctor or lawyer, if you stop working, the money stops flowing. If you sell your time, your income is capped by your stamina and the clock. Wealthy people do not sell time. They sell value. They sell systems. They sell products. If you clean a floor for an hour, you provided a specific value, and you get paid once. If you write code that automates the cleaning for 1,000 buildings, or you create a video that teaches 10,000 people how to clean, you have detached your time from your income. You do the work once, and you get paid repeatedly. The rewire here is crucial. Stop looking for a higher hourly wage. Start looking for scalability. Ask yourself, how can I create something once that pays me twice? That is the beginning of true wealth. Belief number 4 is perhaps the most uniquely American trap of them all. It's what I call the Meritocracy Myth. This is the belief that says, I deserve this. We live in a consumer culture that is constantly telling us to treat ourselves. You had a hard week? You deserve that new car. You got a promotion? You deserve that luxury vacation. You worked hard? You deserve the latest iPhone. We use spending as a way to self-soothe. We use money to regulate our emotions. And this belief keeps millions of people living paycheck to paycheck, even when they make 6 figures. We confuse standard of living with quality of life. We buy things we don't need, with money we don't have, to impress people we don't even like. The problem with I deserve it is that it focuses entirely on the present moment. It sacrifices your future freedom for temporary comfort. Here is the rewire. You don't deserve more stuff. You deserve freedom. You deserve to wake up in the morning and not stress about bills. You deserve to have the option to quit a toxic job. Every time you are tempted to impulse buy, tell yourself, I am not depriving myself. I am paying my future self. I am buying my freedom. True luxury is not a brand name on a purse. True luxury is having 6 months of expenses in the bank and 0 debt. And finally, belief number 5, the identity gap. This is the most subtle, but the most powerful. It sounds like this: I'm just not good with money. Or, investing is too complicated for me. Or, my family has always been poor. That's just who we are. This is what psychologists call learned helplessness. You have convinced yourself that finance is a foreign language that you cannot speak. You rely on others to tell you what to do. Or worse, you ignore your finances completely because looking at them gives you anxiety. But here is the secret: Wall Street wants you to think it's complicated, so they can charge you fees to manage it for you. The principles of building wealth are actually incredibly simple. Spend less than you earn. Invest the difference in diversified assets. Wait, that's it. The rewire is this: financial literacy is a skill, just like driving a car or learning to cook. You aren't bad at it. You just haven't practiced it yet. No one is born. Understanding the stock market. Every millionaire you see started knowing nothing. Commit to being a student. Read 1 book. Listen to 1 podcast. The moment you take responsibility for your financial education, you stop being a victim and start being the architect of your life. Listen, rewiring these beliefs doesn't happen overnight. You have spent decades building these neural pathways, but awareness is the first step. You have to catch yourself in the act. When you feel that pang of jealousy when you see a nice car, catch yourself. That's the scarcity mindset. Replace it with inspiration. When you feel the urge to impulse buy because you had a bad day, catch yourself. That's the emotional spending trap. I want you to pick just one of the beliefs we discussed today, the one that hit closest to home. Maybe it was the fear that money is evil. Maybe it was the belief that you have to trade time for money. Focus on that one belief this week. Challenge it. Prove it wrong. Don't let your past dictate your financial future. You have the power to change the script. I want to hear from you. Which of these 5 money beliefs are you going to crush this year?